Howdy everybody, Efour here, and welcome back to the channel for Season 1, Episode 9 of our FIFA 23 Youth Academy only save. Now in the last two episodes actually, we've really started to turn it around. We have 10 games unbeaten, a lot of draws in there, but we're not losing. We are heading in the right direction, progressing, and becoming a better team. We are within striking distance of the playoff promotion spots, and this episode we take on another run of easy games on paper, and hopefully we can push up into those playoff promotion spots. We'll have to wait and see and check it out, but let's dive in. We have 3 months left in this first season, March, April, and May, and today we are in March playing 5 games in the leagues. We take on Crawley Town, who sit in 22nd, then Barrow on the 14th, who are in 23rd, Harrogate after that sit in 14th, then Gillingham sit in 15th, and at the end of the month we have Crewe Alexandra who sit in 6th. So 4 out of our 5 games are teams that sit lower than us in the table, and again this is another opportunity to try and pick up some points and continue to climb this table. If we could get out of this league in our first season, I would honestly love that, just to start progressing. Last season in FIFA 22, I think we got promoted in the first season, and then in the second season, we were stuck in EFL League 2 for 2 years in a row, I think, or maybe it was the championship. I can't remember, but if we could get out this season, it would be massive. I would be really excited about that. It would make next season that much more difficult, but it would be awesome. I'm not holding my breath. Again, our goal still is just a top half finish, but against these teams, I think we can again continue this momentum and try and get some more wins. I'm excited. We're getting now down to the nitty gritty as this season comes to a close. Let's see if we can make something happen in today's episode. But before we do anything else, let's go take a quick look at the league table. So if you remember from last episode, we sit in 12th on 47 points. Now we are just, can you see us? You can't see us. We are just 4 points out of the playoff promotion spots in 7th. And again, we have a good run, or a favorable run of fixtures today in this episode. We started off going down to Crawley Town in 22nd, who you see just above my head. We follow that up with a game against Barrow, who are one position under Crawley Town on 34 points. We then go to Harrogate Town in 14th, who sit just 3 points behind us in the table. And then we take on Gillingham in 15th on 42 points, 5 points behind us. And then we follow and end the episode with a game against Crewe Alexandra, who sit up in 6th. And if we are serious about making it into these playoff positions and competing in the playoffs, we got to get a result against Crewe Alexandra. We beat Mansfield Town in the last episode. We drew with Doncaster, who are up at the top of the table. We're not a bad team, and it's really coming together. But today we're going to have to continue this good run of form, try and get some good results, maybe convert some of these draws that we've been getting into wins to really start rapidly climbing the table. We're going to have to wait and see. Bless you, that was my dog sneezing. But today, we got to hop into these highlights. We're going to be taking on Crewe Alexandra in 6th in the live comm at the end of the episode. So now, let's go get into these highlights. Up first, Crawley Town. We continue with the same starting 11 that is a run of 10 games unbeaten. With no highlights, the game ends in a draw 0-0, but once again it feels like drop points as we had an XG of 3.2 to their 0.1. And as you can see on the right, we had 4 one-on-ones with the keeper that were shot off target as we lacked the cutting edge to get a goal. The draw moves us to 11th, still only 4 points out of the playoff promotion positions in 7th, but we have to convert these draws into wins if we want to qualify for the playoffs. Today our focus shifts to Barrow all the way down in 23rd, and we have to grab a win to keep the pace. Once again, it is the same starting 11 for this fixture against Barrow. And in the 20th minute, Barrow's Whitfield dove in with both feet behind Cameron and saw a straight red card to give us a man advantage. 16 minutes after the red card, we were camped out on the edge of their 18-yard box, passing around nicely when Ambrose spotted Cabral open in the middle, and with a first touch strike, he found our opener to give us the lead 1-0. And on the stroke of halftime, a quick counter paid off. Cameron to Ambrose, Ambrose to Cabral, Cabral to Bernard, who doubled our lead 2-0. We make the most of the man advantage as we win the match 2-0. Unfortunately, we remain in 11th as all the teams ahead of us win as well, with the gap to the playoffs still 4 points. Our next fixture is Harrogate Town 3 positions behind us in 14th. We take in the same starting 11 to try and get a win over Harrogate. Unfortunately, we draw another game without any highlights despite a 2.2 XG, and we have to find a goal scorer in this team. The draw maintains our spot in 11th in the table, but we shrunk the gap to the playoffs to 3 points, which makes the draw even more disappointing. And up next is Gillingham in 19th, and I'm hoping someone can step up and find the back of the net. I'm placing that hope in the same starting 11 we've been using the past 3 months, and I'm hoping that one of these youth prospects can start to bang in the goals. In the 16th minute, Bernard played Cabral in down the right, and using his pace, he got past the defenders, and tricking the keeper, he opened his body to fire near post and took the lead 1-0. Then in the 37th minute, we had an attack where all of our attackers got involved and was capped off with Ambrose playing in Bernard, who coolly curled his shot around the keeper to double our lead 2-0. And on the stroke of halftime, our goal scoring resurgence continues in this game as Bernard carried it down the right and slot a ball to Ambrose on the back post that he put away 3-0 Efour United. We finally put the ball in the net, and to no one's surprise, it results in a 3-0 win over Gillingham. That win over Gillingham sees us move to 9th in the table, and as you can see, we are equal on points with Mansfield Town in 7th and Crewe Alexandra, who we played today, in 8th. We have erased our negative goal differential, which is so much progress for this team. I'm not even sure what's happened. Maybe just some of our guys have started to progress and develop a little bit more. We've started to figure out FIFA 23 a little bit. Personally, I mean me, how to play the game and what works and what doesn't. And it's starting to come together. It's taken us a long time, but we are on the doorstep of the playoff promotion places. We're only 1 point behind 6th Stockport on 56 points to our 55. And this month so far, we've played 4 games. We've won 2 and drawn 2. We've got 8 points out of a possible 12, which is, again, good. But I wish we could have converted maybe at least just one of those draws into a win, because it would have us up in 6th place on 57 points, which would be massive. Then we'd be 3 points behind 5th place, but we're not. We're 5 points behind 5th place. Today we take on Crewe Alexandra, who sit in 8th, and this is a huge statement game. If we are serious about making the playoffs, this is a game that we need to be winning. We've drawn a lot of these high-stakes games recently, and we got to find a way to get a win. We beat Mansfield Town in the last episode, and I'm hoping today when we take on Crewe Alexandra, we'll be able to get a win. Let's go check out the team we're taking in. This is the team we're taking in for the game against Alexandra. Harris in goal, a back four of Anderson, Hyde, Guest, and Bennett, a midfield of Bernard, Wilkes, Ribeiro, and Cameron. And up top we have Cabral and Ambrose. Yes, a lot of these boys are tired, primarily our center backs, but we got to rock with them. They're our best team. We'll be able to use our 5 subs like we always do, and I'm hoping that we can hold on. We had the game against Gillingham just 3 days ago. That's why they're still tired, but this is our best team. I trust them. On the bench, we have Silva, Conway, Anderson, Lewis, Arnold, Benson, and Coleman. And yes, some of these guys could probably come in and do a job, but I know that these guys starting have it. Again, they have not lost a game in 14 matches. And so we're sticking with them. We're going to keep rocking with them, see how they continue to do. Let's get into this game against Crewe Alexandra and see if we can get a win and move into the playoff positions. And here we go. Now, I have been checking between every match and before every match to see if any of our 15-year-olds in our youth academy that are good are ready to come up. And unfortunately, no one has turned 16 yet. I'm talking about the striker, Moraes, Alves, the center mid, and Morris, the center mid. Because if we can start getting them into the team, it's just going to help us out. And so, been checking that. Have not had any fortune with them being 16 yet. We got Cabral, and I want him to run down here. Oh, and I thought he was maybe going to win that. He doesn't. It does not come off. Another thing is that our defense has been playing so well. I don't know if we conceded a goal this month. Maybe one of the draws we conceded. But we've erased that negative goal differential like we talked about before this game, which is massive for this team. At one point, I think it was negative 12, if I remember correctly. Plays like that you just saw with Guest winning the ball in a dangerous position have started to happen a lot more regularly. Cabral is being played in over the top, and he's in. Come on, Cabral, you got to finish this, buddy. There it is, and let's go. Hit him with the dead fish. We're ahead 1-0 in the 12th minute. over Crew Alexandra. That was massive. And it's a beautiful ball over the top from Bernard into Cabral. And Cabral, using that strength and pace, gets in one-on-one with the keeper to fire past and give us the lead 1-0. Here come Crew Alexandra. Like we mentioned, this game is a must-win if we want to make it to the playoffs. They are a direct rival for these playoff positions, and a loss today would just hurt our chances even more, not simply because it's a loss, but also because it would directly give them points and a good position in the table. We got Bernard running down the right, and he is kind of cut off. We're going to slow it down a little bit. Wilkes has a poor pass intercepted, and we lose possession there in the middle of the park. They are pushing immediately into our half. Wilkes chases back to get a good defensive play and then turns the ball over immediately. And Guest gets in there. They were offsides, and their attack stops there. Here is Ambrose, played in from Bernard, and here is whatever his face is, Cabral, and his shot is blocked. He didn't score because I forgot his name. That's what it was. I'm sorry, Cabral. I'll remember it next time, buddy. Ambrose here on the ball, playing it to Wilkes, down the wing to Bernard, and can he just rip one into the top left corner? He cannot. I wanted to give it a go. It's out for a goal kick. Crew Alexander moving down our right side, and they step inside. Bennett is washed there, but doesn't get in the way, and there it is, but great save from Harris. Here is their corner. Harris has been doing such a good job this month, really keeping us in games. Honestly, sometimes when we shouldn't be in games, he has kept us in games. And, okay, come on. All right, Anderson wins that ball. Good job. We get the ball out of a dangerous area. You guys have seen us give up so many goals from corners like that. Cutting it in to Cameron. And can we get Ambrose? There it is. First time shot, and it goes wide. That's another thing that's happening all the time. Ambrose gets into good positions like this, and pretty much that same exact spot. He shoots it wide left. It feels like 9 times out of 10. He needs to develop his shooting so that he can start putting the ball in the back of the net when he has good opportunities like that. Running down the left wing with Anderson, passing it up to Cameron here. Can we get the ball to our boy Cabral? We can. Back to Ambrose. It goes all the way to Bernard. Oh, I needed that to go to Ambrose. He was in a better position. It doesn't come off. There's the halftime whistle. We are playing very well. We're up 1-0, but they've had some opportunities with Harris keeping us in this match. We have to keep doing well and getting these opportunities to score, and then we got to make them count and actually score them so we can get out with a win today. Let's get into the second half. Bernard running down the right. Cuts inside. And looking for a pass. That's not where I wanted that to go. It kind of came off, but Ribeiro is dispossessed. I was trying to go to Wilkes. And can we win the ball back quickly to spark our attack again? Doesn't look like it as Crew Alexander play around our press. And they're going to... Ribeiro gets a foot in, but again, it falls to them. Anderson trying to win the ball here. Almost does, but can't seem to. There he goes. We're going to go just over the top to Cameron and up to Cabral. Now we have a chance here. I maybe could have hit Ambrose on a pass, but we're going to go down this left side to Cameron. Oh, actually it goes to Ambrose. Cameron can... Oh, Cameron was offsides and our attack dies there. Anderson playing it down the wing to Cameron. That's a route that seems to work a lot for us. Cameron cuts in. And can he do something with this? He's dispossessed. I was trying to get one more step around that defender. It does not happen, obviously, as he loses the ball. And we've done so well thus far this game, but I'm nervous. A 1-goal lead is not safe for Efour United, and it makes me nervous that they are going to find an equalizer and make me cry. And I don't want to cry on camera in front of you guys. That would be embarrassing. Here they are, and they run right in, and there it is. As I'm talking about it, none of our defenders close him down. That time I wasn't controlling them or pulling them out of position. I was hoping that they would just step to him. They don't. He steps up, fires home, and it's 1-1. We're making just 4 changes right now. Silva comes on for Guest. He is a left back. He's 5'9", pretty short, but he has good defending for this level, and he's not that fast. So I'm going to try him out at center back. Guest is really tired, and so we need some freshness at center back. I'm hoping that he can do a job for us there. Anderson comes on for Ribeiro. Lewis comes on for Cameron, and Coleman comes on up top for Cabral. These three boys over here on the right are going to probably need to be switched out. At least, well, we have one sub left, so one of them is going to get switched out before the end of the game. I'm not quite sure who it is yet, but you know what? We're actually just going to go ahead and put Benson up top. Wilkes and Bernard are going to have to be tired and see out the rest of this match. Let's see if we can find a goal to get back ahead and get out of here with a win, at least a draw. We can't give up a goal. Let's make it happen. All right, subs are on the pitch at the restart. And got Bernard here. Oh, almost gets around his defender, but can't quite get the step. And here they come in a dangerous spot here. And they're wide open down here on our right wing, right flank. And oh no, we're just all out of position. I'm stressed. Okay. There's a weak shot from them, fortunately, so Harris was able to easily collect. I'm going down to Anderson, into Coleman, back to Anderson. Can he cut inside and make something happen? We got Coleman, and Benson's going to get there, and oh no! The deflection falls to Benson, but he can't put it in the back of the net, and it's going to be their goal kick. Bennett here carrying it down. He has Benson, who spins around his defender but can't really get free. Okay, here we go. We got Bernard, who's immediately dispossessed. He didn't even have a second to try and turn. Immediately loses the ball, and Crew immediately turned to get into our half and hit us on a counter. My blood pressure is through the roof. These attacking runs from them are freaking me out. Oh no, and I hate that pass. I hate everything about this. Okay, poor shot again from them. We've been fortunate on some weak shots from their team, because I think we would have been made to pay. Benson over the top, and he's in here. Come on, Benson. Come on, Benson. Oh, no. Dispossessed. Can't pressure the defender into making a bad pass or a turnover. As, oh, it was an incisive pass there from the defender. Goes back up to Anderson, though. Can we make something happen? We got Coleman. Down to Benson. He's in here. Can he do it? And it comes off the crossbar. No! Oh my gosh, guys. This has been this whole episode. Oh my goodness. And we don't get the go-ahead goal. We have 2 minutes left. What a wasted opportunity. And oh, Benson has to do a better job in that position, because that was poor. And if we lose here, I'm firing Benson. Okay, good. Silva gets in there. Going up to Benson. And he loses the ball immediately. That was our last opportunity for the winner. But whatever their names are, Crew will still have an opportunity. There's the final whistle. We draw 1-1. And, oh, it's not a loss, which is good. But, man, we had those multiple opportunities to get goals from Cabral and Bros and Benson, and we missed all of them. It's the common thread in this team. Our defense now has figured it out, and despite being the top goal-scoring team in this league, our goal scoring has just dried up. We draw 1-1 against Crew Alexandra. Let's go take a look at the league table and see where that leaves us. The draw maintains our spot in 9th position, 3 points off 10th place, which is good, meaning if we did end up losing with the 10th or 11th place team winning, we would still be in 9th, potentially, based on goal differential maybe, but we're in a good spot. We're still 1 point out of 7th position, 2 points out of 6th position, and 5 points out of 5th position. We have, what is that, 7 games left to play in this league, so a possibility of 21 points. We have to start converting these draws into wins. They're killing us. We've done a good job. We now have more wins than losses, which is improvement. It's a huzzah moment, right? It's exciting, but we got to find a way to get a goal scorer. Hopefully one of those Youth Academy boys will turn 16 soon, and we can bring them up and start to use them. If I had to guess, though, we're staying in this league for another year. And that's okay. It really is okay. It'll give us another season to develop these youth players and really start pushing. I think if we are in this league again next year, there's no reason that we should not be pushing for automatic promotion. Maybe not the title, but definitely top 3 automatic promotion, because we've massively overachieved, being the worst team in this league. We're in 9th. We're knocking on the door of the playoff promotion spots. So I'm feeling pretty darn good. Now, let's go take a look at the most exciting part of this save. Hinga-dinga Dargan, it's time for the scouting reports. Let's go check them out. All right, brother to Moraes, our striker, Carlos Moraes here, 5'9", left-footed, $525,000 value. His potential is not very good, 63 to 85, but with that value, he could come in and be a rotational piece in our team. He looks like an attacker with good agility, balance, ball control, acceleration, and sprint speed. We're going to sign him up and check him out. Another brother, Gabriel Cabral, brother to our striker Cabral, $300,000 value, 49 to 65 overall, and 67 to 91 potential. Again, another guy that we're going to just take a look at, see what he has to offer. We'll check him out in just a moment. And this is just the episode of the brother, I guess. Hunter Lewis, brother to our other winger, Lewis. 6'1", $350,000 value. Potential is not that great at 63 to 87, but we're going to sign him. With that value, he could be a rotational piece. We'll check him out in just a moment. Up first, we have Carlos Moraes, new boy, 17 years old, and a 59 overall. I can't quite remember what his value was. I think $525,000 value. Not the best defender. We're training him as a ball-winning midfielder, but being 59 overall, he comes in and replaces Anderson on the bench. We're going to promote him to the senior team immediately to get him into some game time. We then have Gabriel Cabral here, and I think with his defending being 27, high attacking work rate, we're moving him to center forward, and he's a 53 overall, not the best, but not terrible. We're going to keep him down here right now just because I don't think that he's this. I'm just not sure about him, honestly. I'm not quite sure. We then have Hunter Lewis. Comes in as a center forward, can play center forward, center attacking mid, or striker. But this man is a defender. I don't know what it is about center backs really being attackers and strikers being defenders. We've seen it with Andrade and now with Hunter Lewis. But if we go into here and check him out, his defending is 49. Physical 73, 68 pace. Shooting is the lowest. Passing and dribbling aren't the best either. And he is going to be a center back, and he's going to be a darn good center back. I'm really, really excited about this one. We've been needing a center back, and I think Hunter Lewis could be that guy to come in and be our center back. He is only 15, so he's going to have to sit down here and develop anyways, but at 54, he could come in, and I think he'll take guest spot immediately, but we're going to have to wait yet again on him to turn 16, like a bunch of these guys. It's driving me crazy. Moraes is still 15, Morris is 15, Jones is 15, Alves is 15, and those are the main guys that we want to bring up, but we're unable to thus far. We have switched Elijah Bishop from center mid to striker, being 6'1" and having some pretty darn good pace with the finesse shots. I think that he's actually going to be better suited as a striker than a center mid, and we have 3, Alves, Jones, and Morris as center mids in this youth academy, so we're looking good at center mid. I want to try and get some more strikers because we got to find a goal scorer. But it was a decent return. Cabral, we are actually going to just go ahead. No, we're not. We're going to keep him down here. But we got 3 new players in this youth academy. Not too shabby. And we finally got a center back in Hunter Lewis, which I'm very, very excited about. We're going to have to check him out as he continues to develop and completes that move to center back. I'm hoping that he could be the long-term answer. We'll have to wait and see. His potential's not great at 63 to 87, but, you know, in a youth academy only save, you can't be too picky. You got to try and find guys that can fit into your system and make them work. That's what we're doing. Decent return on the youth academy, youth scouting reports. Let's go take a quick look at the guy we just called up. So here is Moraes, and instead of taking Anderson's position, I'm actually taking Conway's. Conway really doesn't get much game time. He's 28 years old. And we're not using him. Silva came on in the last game and played center back and did a decent job at it. So I think Silva's going to be our defensive substitute. We don't really substitute too many defensemen during games. Moraes gives us another option compared to Anderson. And they're pretty close. Moraes is definitely better going forward with Anderson better defensively. but it gives us some flexibility off the bench to bring on another guy that could really do a good job for us. 70 pace and 70 dribbling at this level is very, very good. I'm excited about him. I can't wait to use him and see what he has to offer. In terms of development, Anderson's gone up to a 63. Harris is now a 55. Bernard's moved up to 55. Cameron's up to a 57. Ambrose is up to 59. And Cabral has moved up to 61. This team is slowly but surely developing. I'm hoping that as we get into the end of this season and into the start of next season, we'll see some potential upgrades in terms of guys that have potential to be special. As you guys remember, Anderson is the only guy in this squad with a potential status of showing great potential, which is the lowest. It's showing great potential is low to mid 80s. An exciting prospect is mid to high 80s, and has potential to be special is high 80s to low 90s, and we're trying to get more of those guys. We'll see what happens as we continue throughout this save, but that's a look at the team and new boy Moraes on the bench. If you have enjoyed that, leave a thumbs up on the video. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Once again, guys, thank you so much for the support on this series. I'm really enjoying it. It's been a struggle, honestly. When you go from last series, when we were winning the quadruple in our last season and we didn't lose a single match, to now struggling to even get draws and struggling to get wins, it's different, but I really am enjoying it. I'm excited to see this team continue to develop. I'm really excited to start calling up some of those youth academy boys as they turn 16 years old, and we'll get them into this team as soon as possible because, again, it's the essence of this save. Our youth academy is all our transfers, and it's, again, tough. That's why we did it this way. We wanted it to be really challenging, and we're just going to have to wait and see. It's been a journey, and I am enjoying this team's journey through the crucible. Until next time, Efour out.